Just leaving, and we just discovered something new about these weird German cars. In case anybody else has been wondering why their brights don't work. It's because they have to be on headlights. You can't leave them on auto. If it's on auto, then it doesn't work. I mean, of course, we could have looked at the book, right?
300 pages of nonsense.
We don't do that.
Whether you plan your adventures or not, things happen outside your control. I've always found the best way to keep any setback from spoiling our experience is to try to find humor in it.
Raise the price a bit.
It is Saturday, August 7th, and we are back in the Eastern Sierra. John still has one account that he services. It's a Marine base north of Bridgeport, and nobody else wants it because it's so far away from anything. And because we come up here all the time, it's really no sweat for us. And using the van means we don't have to spend $200 a night on a hotel. We are right now camped at Big Tree Campground, which is just west of Bishop. I think the only reason we found a spot is because the air quality is bad, and a lot of people have said, forget it, we're not going camping.
We are traveling light on this trip. No bikes, no trasharoo. But here is the air quality is a little bit better up here at 7,500 feet. Still hazy. It was a warm day, but there was always this nice breeze. This is how I keep my laptop from overheating.
Our first order of business was to check out the Green Creek Trailhead, where John was going to pick me up after my 15-mile solo hike. If you missed that video, I'll add a link in the description box.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I forgot to do the paper towels again.
From US 395, it's about an 8-mile drive to the end of the dirt road.
Do you believe it? Wow. Lunchtime at this awesome boondocking spot. But there might be mosquitoes. But we're not camping here tonight. We're going over to Virginia Lakes. But tomorrow night we might camp here if it's open. I want John to experience what it's like in the passenger seat on a washboard road.
Oh, joy.
Wait for us.
And then it was back to the paved Virginia Lake Road to find a place to camp near the trailhead. Trumbull Lake Campground. How many sites are there? 43. Nice campground lake. And could amount of space between you and the other guys. Scared a deer out of the bushes. See if I can see him up there. Found this awesome dispersed camping spot right off the road, and we had a shower, an outside shower. It was awesome. A meal. We're going to bed early, but great spot. Showered right there, had grass to step on, sorta. Perfect. And it's perfectly level. Doesn't get better. There won't be any other campers to bother us like there were last night and the night before. So John is doing his work today, and we didn't get a chance. Actually, there's a place in Bridgeport we were going to stop and get something quick to eat. They were closed, so I'm going to make these apple fritter scone things, and I get these at, well, you can get them at some grocery stores, but they don't have all the flavors. This one is from World Market, and they have a ton of flavors. So I'm going to make that in the Omni oven while he is doing his work, and he said he'd come back and have breakfast. It comes out as a really dry mix. I just put another tablespoon of water because it's only half cup for this amount. I'm just going to drop these spoonfuls in the oven, and I leave both of the silicone liners in there. Hopefully it keeps it from burning. And we're at altitude here. What's the altitude here, John? Okay, so about 7,000 feet.
60.
And I never know what you're supposed to do with high altitude cooking. You add more liquid, you add less liquid. Things rise faster, that's for sure. I'll leave it on high for a while because these things do take higher temperatures than you think. Okay, I think they're ready. Certainly been enough time. I didn't time this, I forgot to, but I think it was around 18 to 20 minutes.
It's too hot to taste?
My finger's not. Good enough. Done enough, I should say. John needed to stay near the job site for one more day, so we took a chance on finding a campsite at Twin Lakes, just west of Bridgeport.
We got free Wi-Fi and ice cream. What's better than that?
Jared's looking for a handout. I woke up this morning at this really beautiful view out our back door, except for the campers next to us, thinking about how you can't let the little things ruin your adventures. This is our fourth night on the road, and it's always these inconsiderate campers that can ruin things. But now I'm at this point, I'm laughing about it because the first night it was somebody who had a light outside of their tent, really bright, and we were sleeping with the doors open like this.
And just shake your head. It's like, why do they do that? There are other people here. And then the second night, we were at Virginia Lakes, and these people came in next to our campsite, and their dog had a bell on it. It's like, and there's a fire ban up here right now. Obviously, there are fires and smoke all around us, and they were complaining to the host that they couldn't have a fire. They had one anyway, because that's what inconsiderate people do. And then the third night we were boondocking, and that was perfect. No problems there. And then last night, those people back there, music until 11 p.m. So I don't want this to sound like a total rant, because I start to laugh at these things when they keep happening in a series. But I want to hear your funny stories about inconsiderate campers. You guys must have some good stories. So tell us your stories. Maybe we'll share a few, especially if they're funny. Love the funny camper stories. I think the smoke is keeping campers away. And so we've had no problem at all finding last-minute campsites. But tonight we're heading up to see the grandkids before school starts, and we'll just be there for 3 nights. And I was able to find a spot at our favorite campground up there, which is Fallen Leaf. So we're going to go up and spend our 3 nights at Fallen Leaf and see the grandkids.
So, wise one, how did you get them to stop playing their music last night at 11 p.m.?
I have a really loud whistle. And I went, whoosh, and it stopped. But then it woke up John.
It's a gift. She keeps on giving.
My calf muscles are still pretty sore, but I was still able to walk about 10,000 steps yesterday, so I'm doing pretty well, and I think today we'll probably do a short hike up when we get to Tahoe. Look at those 2 little guys. Tamarack fire. Oh, it got close. Yeah. Wow, what a shame. This campground has more bears than any campground we've ever stayed in. And which means that all the dogs start barking. Campground hosts have air horns, and so they were just blowing an air horn down here. And I keep hoping the bear will come up this way. 7:30 alarm again. John reminded me that Daryl Issa invented the car alarm, so we can blame him. So you just got back from a little walk, and what happened?
5 or 6 campsites over, there was a bear that took their food because they didn't put it in the bear box. And the bears were walking away with their food, and they get out and they start throwing rocks at it. The bear drops the food and they run away, but there are 2 cubs also with the mama bear. And so now they're over there waiting, I guess waiting for the campers to go somewhere else so they can have the food. I don't know.
So now that mother bear has taught her 2 cubs to steal food, which means that now there are 3 bear lives in jeopardy, because those are the bears that get removed, get killed, because they will continue to do that over and over.
I think she's tired.
One more apple.
Okay, one more. We were at the kiosk to get into Baldwin Beach, and we're going to spend the day here. Maybe you can see how I kind of just put them in there so they're about an inch or so off of the bottom, and then that'll help to keep them from burning. Alarm just went off, 20 minutes. Ah, they look perfect. There you go.
I don't have to eat all of those, do I?
No, you better not. Tacos at the beach. There's only one thing that would make us leave this perfect picnic spot. No, this perfect beach spot. And what is it?
Grandson's football scrimmage.
First one. Down here at the Walker River. I was going to attempt a walk across the Walker River, which would be the first ever that there's been such a little amount of water. 1996 flood dumped all of this, covering up 395. 10 miles of highway were lost. Part of the routine that John and I like to keep is to get at least 10,000 steps a day. So tomorrow we head home. Tonight we're going to camp someplace close to Mammoth Lakes. And right now we're parked at Convict Lake, and we're going to go walk around the lake to get our 10,000 steps. First signs of autumn, and it's only the middle of August. We're in luck. It's starting to sprinkle. That's one big tree. Glorious evening, a few sprinkles every once in a while, cool temperatures, usually it's pretty warm here. Great spot to end our week. So let's see if we can get a nice sunset. This is a first for us. It is 10:22 and an alarm, I don't know what you call it, kind of it's the alarm they do on Fridays back home to test their tsunami warnings, but it just went off here, and we'll just guess we'll go back to sleep until somebody tells us we have to leave. I'm thinking maybe it was a storm thing, John, I don't know, he's asleep. He ain't moving.